Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm doing this peach eye look. I started off with priming my lids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, the original formula. And I'm just going to pat that in all over my eyelids. It looks like I'm rubbing really hard, but I'm not. Because you have to be gentle with that skin on your eye. So after I put that on both lids and make sure it's worked in, and I wait a few seconds, I filled my brows in off camera because they took forever. I need to get them waxed and they were really not cooperating. So here I'm just putting some Maybelline Better Skin concealer to highlight under the brow, as well as mute out any discoloration on my lids to give me a nice even canvas to work with, because I'm using a pretty vibrant shadow and pigment and I wanted it to look flawless. So I'm using my ring finger to pat that in. And now I've got concealer on both lids. I'm just using a skin tone colored eyeshadow to set the concealer, and everything will be in the description box below. Now I'm working the crease and I'm using MAC's Soft Brown to kind of deepen it up a little bit. And I'm going to continue deepening the crease with some darker brown shades. Everything came from the Juvia's Place palette. So now I've got a cream shadow on my lid. I'm adding the color from Juvia's palette in the top left corner. And now I'm putting the MAC Mixing Medium Liner on my lid so I can add this pigment. This is a pigment by Makeup Addiction Cosmetics called French Manicure. So once I got the pigment on, I went back in with a dark brown shade from the Juvia's Place Nubian Palette to kind of smooth out the transition from the pigment to the crease area. And it almost ended up looking like a cut crease. I guess that's because that's my favorite thing. So now I'm adding MAC's Vapour to the brow bone to highlight even more. And this is my favorite liquid liner. This is the NYC Liquid Liner that dries matte. They do have another one that dries shimmery, but I love the matte one. So I was lightly lining my upper lash line just to define my eyes. I didn't do a wing because I'm not good at those, but you can do a wing if you like. So now I'm about to work on the rest of the face. This is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I love this stuff. It keeps me matte, and it has an SPF in it for added sun protection in case my foundation doesn't have an SPF. So I work that in, and it really, like, during the day I don't see any oil peeking through for at least 4 hours. That's like a record for me. Now I'm going in with the L'Oreal True Match foundation in the color W7 Caramel Beige, and I'm just dotting it all over my face. It does have SPF in it, but this is kind of like my everyday foundation. And I'm going to use an e.l.f. blending brush to buff that into the skin and work it in. I wasn't really going anywhere after I filmed this video, so, and I'm talking to my son because he's always asking me stuff, but I'm kind of working that in, getting it all over the face. My light was a little bit too bright, so you can hardly see what I'm putting on, but it is foundation. And I love this e.l.f. brush. This is like one of my favorites. I need to go buy some more. They're only like $6. And I kind of work my face in sections, so I'm finishing up my forehead and the upper part of my face, kind of blending everything out. Now I'm putting on my new favorite concealer. This is the Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer in the color Tan, and I'm using an e.l.f. concealer brush to blend that out and kind of work it in under the eye. And this is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'm just setting my under eye area, and I do go in and lightly dust the rest of my face with more of that same powder. I don't really use the powder the same color as my skin because as the day goes on, it gets darker and darker the more layers of powder you add if you touch up during the day. Now I'm using the Milani Romantic Rose blush, my current favorite. I use this just about every single day. It's subtle, but it just gives you just enough color. Now I'm just kind of lightly defining my lower lash line with a combination of a dark brown and a black shadow from the Wet n Wild Milano palette. When I bought mine, it was the Fergie collection, but they've repackaged the palette and it's all the same shades. It's the Milano palette. Because I don't like to do pencil or gel in my waterline. And this runs too, but it stays a little bit longer than anything else I've used. So now I am curling my lashes. Before I do mascara, I have to curl my lashes or they will not stay curled. And then I'm using my all-time favorite mascara, the Too Faced Better Than Sex. It keeps my lashes curled as well, so the combination of those two work for me. I didn't do lashes because, like I said, I was not planning on going anywhere after I finished this makeup, but you can definitely do lashes if you like. So now we're working on the lips. I'm using the Jordana lip liner in Coco Loco. It's one of my favorites. I use either that or Cabernet every single day with a gloss because I'm not much of a lipstick person. I like liquid lipsticks, but they just dry my lips out too much, so I tend to stick to glosses because you don't really have to be too precise when you apply a gloss. You can slap that on at the red light and keep it moving, whereas my lips are kind of uneven, and if I do a lipstick or a liquid lipstick, I have to be really careful with how I put it on, even with a liner. So this is the NYX that I'm about to use. This is the NYX Butter Gloss in the color Ginger Snap. It's a really dark, rich, chocolatey color. I didn't want to do a lipstick because I had worn a lip stain by Wet n Wild earlier that day, and it was supposed to be moisturizing, but I swear it felt like there was menthol or something in it that plumps the lips because my lips were really tingling, and then later on when I took it off, they were really chapped and dried out. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing a lipstick or a liquid lipstick. We're just going to do some gloss and call it a day. And then of course I had my hair kind of pinned back, so I took my hair down to kind of fluff it out, give you the full effect of, you know, what the look would look like without those, what my husband calls ninja pins, sticking in my hair. And so I just kind of played with my hair a little bit, and I tried to give you a little bit of a shot of the eyes. You can check my Instagram for a close-up. Thank you for watching.